If your life is full of disrespect, look at what you're allowing, bro. You attract what you tolerate. Whatever you choose to give your energy to, you can't come and complain now that it's making a big issue in your life because you accepted it. A few years ago during the pandemic, I was at my worst. I hit 110 kilograms, the heaviest I've ever been in my whole entire life. I was in an emotionally abusive relationship, waking up every single morning hoping that I would have just died. I was broke, in serious debt, and mentally gone. I had no purpose, I had no identity. I stayed in that relationship. I stayed in that version of myself because I simply just didn't think I deserved better. I thought maybe this is my life now. Just a man that didn't deserve anything. Then it happened one day. I started having these heart palpitations. My heart would just stop mid-beat and it would start shaking violently. And I realized, bro, I could actually die like this. And I hadn't even started living yet. I was only 20. But even after that scare, I still stayed. I still tolerated my shit life. I still tolerated her. I still let her manipulate me. Still poisoned myself with porn and food. Because deep down, I was addicted to that pain. Addicted to that suffering. It's crazy how we tolerate the things that destroy us just because they feel familiar. But eventually I chose different. I left her, blocked her, and never looked back. I started healing. I got back in the gym, started working on my appearance, prayed more, started keeping promises to myself. You attract what you tolerate in your life. So what are you tolerating in your life, bro? Let me know in the comments. A fact that's old as time, bro, is that you train people how to treat you. What are you tolerating right now that you know you shouldn't? For example, a toxic relationship, disrespectful family members, co-workers that treat you like shit. It could even just be your circumstance in life. Maybe it's your fitness journey. You're not as consistent as you were when you first started. You're lowering your standards for yourself simply because you've become tired. You've become melancholy about what you want from your life. What did you say you wanted your life to look like, bro? You wanted life to look expensive, luxurious, where you're able to travel as much as you want. You have financial independence. You can give money to your parents. You can buy your mother a home. You can buy a nice car for yourself. You can start to fix and work on your appearance. Because you've got more money now, you can buy decent clothes. But yet, you've forgotten what life can look like. Because life has become hard on you. When you constantly allow disrespect, because you don't have enough assertiveness yourself, that's when your life starts to feel like it's not your own. People disrespect you constantly. They pull you down. I've had so much people in my life that have pulled me down, that have told me that I can't do certain things or I'm disrespectful for even having my own opinion. Don't let them do that, bro. Once they begin to do that once, they'll feel like they can do it again. When someone has disrespected me once simply because I was too tired to enforce a boundary or to speak on something, they will immediately on it again because they knew I wouldn't say anything because I didn't say something the first time. Only then does it get worse and worse. Whenever people disrespect you the first time, don't let them do it. Speak on it, say something. And sometimes it's difficult because it might even be in work scenarios or you want to keep the peace in your family, but you've got to learn to stand on your boundaries for your own authenticity, for your own mental health sake. Because once people do it once, they'll do it again. And adding on to this, every time I used to say to myself, it's not that deep. It's fine, I'll move on from it. I have never benefited. People are opportunistic. When people show to you they don't truly understand or respect you and they use you, they will do it again and again and again, bro. That's why you're stuck in this cycle, trying to seek validation and respect from other people that don't respect you. You don't speak on things when they're rude or they treat you in a way in which you don't like. You're the only one that's suffering, bro. Your life looks shit because you can't speak up on how people make you feel. Constantly bring yourself down because you feel like you don't need to express how you feel because you think you're strong enough to take it. Don't be silly, bro. You're a man that's supposed to be respected, a man that's supposed to be understood. But the only way that can happen is if you speak up for yourself. Nobody's going to speak up for you. A Marvel Avenger isn't going to drop out the sky and say, hey, stop being an arsehole to him. You've got to be that person for yourself, bro. And another thing that's equally as important, bro, is that you can't attract peace while entertaining chaos. If you keep entertaining chaos from manipulative, loud, beautiful women, how can you expect to have peace? Peace is what will get you far. You don't want a woman that's constantly nagging in your ear or manipulating you or using you just because she's beautiful. You need to grow up, bro. Beautiful women are one thing. They're everywhere. But at the same time, you need peace to grow. If you've seen the people that have made it to the highest echelons of success in their lives, they haven't had women that have brought them down. And that doesn't have to go with just women, but with your habits. What habits do you have that are chaotic? Maybe you do drugs. Maybe you watch pornography. Maybe you eat unhealthily. And as a result, you don't look your best. You're always stressed. You're always tired. Your mind's in chaos. Your mind's in disarray. And you're wondering why you're struggling to get back on your feet. And I understand that these parts of life are very sensitive and difficult to discuss. You have to make the unaware aware in order for things to change. Self-awareness is the biggest and the first step to changing any part of your life. And if you can become aware of those chaotic parts, those parts that no longer serve you, and readjusting, reshifting your identity and what you value. That's when your life begins to change. That's when you begin to attract peace and new opportunities. That's when your life begins to look differently from what it's always been. A lot of men get stuck in this mindset of, this is what life looks like now. I have to just accept it. You don't have to accept anything, bro. You can choose to change your life at a moment's glance. It's all just your habits. Pick up some healthy habits, bro. Go to the gym, look after yourself, read, go for walks, do peaceful activities. Yes, you can still be an adrenaline junkie. I'm not telling you that you can't do something that scares you, but stop doing things that harm you. Do things that evolve you, that grow you. Set a standard for yourself. And about setting standards, I just want to say this as well. Setting standards isn't mean, it's necessary. People talk about setting standards and it makes them feel like they're being egotistical or rude. Don't be silly. You can't feel like you're being mean for telling people to not step a certain way. Whenever you don't set standards for yourself, you start to default on your dreams and your identity. I've had friends come into my life and I've set certain standards and they've said to me, oh, well, he thinks he's this and that. He thinks he's so confident, he's so arrogant. No, because if I accept certain things from you, that's going to ruin me. That's going to make me tired. I've had my fair share of toxic friends or relationships. Set a standard, not only just for the people in your life, but for yourself. Choosing to only accept a minimum. And that minimum should be very high. People who get mad at your standard were benefiting from a lack of them. When they can no longer use you, when they can no longer manipulate you, that's when they get mad and that's when they get angry. People get very jealous and very angry very quickly because they can no longer benefit from you. They can't benefit from your skill set, especially when it comes to relationships. You don't need more red flags. You need more self-worth. Stop giving red flags to people and things. Just have higher self-worth, bro. Respect yourself enough to walk away, especially from those relationships that, you believe that would be the best thing that ever happened to your life. You're the best thing that's ever happened to your life. God won't bless you with better if you keep entertaining worse. If you keep entertaining that dead-end job that doesn't provide you with enough money and the managers treat you horribly, or if you keep entertaining that relationship, your life won't look any better. But what if you decided to eat healthy, or that you choose to actually learn some skills to leave that dead job, that job that doesn't respect you, that makes you overwork, that gives you more hours, that puts you on disciplinaries every single week. You actually went to a job that had decent benefits, had a decent pension, and that actually cared about their workers. Your life would look a whole lot more different. But become self-aware of these possibilities. Life isn't helpless. You're not chosen out of the millions of people to have a dead life. You've chosen that life. You've chosen those limitations. And those limitations are what control you. Those limitations are what stop you from seeking the success that you want. Stay patient and disciplined in choosing to attract things that are better than what you've been attracting. You just have to have hope that it's possible. And remember, bro, never forget who you are.